The movie begins with Gru, who drives his car to a very old building. He came along with 3 of his minions, and we find out the building is an old villain school which Gru attended. He tells his minions to be careful as they have come to take down his old enemy called Maxime Le Mal, who was the agency's most wanted person. Just as Gru enters the school where 85 of his old friends are gathered celebrating a reunion, he meets his greatest rival Maxime, who brags about how he has achieved so much as a villain and even introduces Gru to his girlfriend Valentina, the hottest girl in his school. Gru claims he has done even greater heists like stealing the moon, but Maxime replies that the achievement is nothing since the moon is nowhere to be found. Everyone in the school laughs at Gru, making him feel so embarrassed. The school's principal, Ubelschlecht, announces Maxime as the winner of this year's award, making Gru so angry as he believes he is the most deserving person for the award. Maxime goes up to give his victory speech, and he reveals something very shocking. He brings out a cockroach and tells them how he so much loves the insect because they possess all the abilities a villain really needs, which is being very hard to kill. So because of that, he has enhanced himself with a cockroach DNA, so he can be stronger. Gru takes this as a perfect opportunity to arrest him under the orders of the Anti-Villain League. Maxime and Gru goes into an epic fight, but everything comes to an end when dozens of anti-villain agents shows up and captures Maxime by electrifying him to unconsciousness. Before Maxime is taken away, he swears to escape no matter what and will kill Gru. His girlfriend Valentina, who witnesses her boyfriend being taken away, stylishly escapes from the school so she won't be implicated. Gru returns back home with lots of cooking items from the mall, and his family are so excited to see him. Agnes, the youngest daughter in his house, shows him how far she has been training her pet goat, but it's of no progress as all it does is poop around the house. Lucy, his wife, introduces us to the newest family member in their house called Gru Jr., but Gru realizes that his newborn child doesn't like him. The baby is only attached to his wife Lucy. Gru tries his possible best to make his baby happy so as to bond with him, but everything he does just worsens his baby dislike for him. Just during their family moment, Silas, a retired member from the anti-villain agency, shows up at their apartment and informs them that Maxime has escaped from prison. He shows them a video footage where Maxime reveals to know where Gru stays, and he is coming for his revenge, and the target is on his family members. Without wasting much time, Gru packs the loads of all his kids as he plans to move them to a safe house with tightened security. His kids are so disappointed because they are going to be abandoning the life they have here. Silas drives Gru and his family to a new town called Mayflower, where he assures that although it's a very boring place to live, they will surely be safe from Maxime. He gives them new identities as the Cunningham family. Silas also promises to take care of the other minions, saying he has big plans for them at the anti-villain headquarters. The scene changes to the south part of the city where we see the minions being transported in a bus. They make so much noise that frustrates the driver to the extent of stopping the bus. The bus driver claims to be a former anti-villain agent and threatens them to be calm or they will see his bad side. But the minions throws a pie on his face and continue their noise and play. Silas finally reaches Mayflowers with Gru and his family, where the safe house there has been used to protect their agent for decades. Gru kids are excited as they never expected to see so many beautiful houses in the town, but this turns to disappointment when Silas shows them their new house. Old, crappy, with unstable electricity. For their own safety, Silas gives Gru a new identity as a salesman and gives Lucy the identity of a hairstylist, and the kids are also given new names. Before he leaves, he tells Gru to just focus on keeping his family safe, while him and the agency will focus on catching Maxime. Lucy tells Gru that things are not so bad as they will no longer be catching criminals like they usually do, but now have time for family. Meanwhile, we see Maxime, who shows up inside the sewers with his girlfriend Valentina. His army of super-intelligent cockroaches throws a welcome-back party for him, and he tells his cockroaches his plan to make Gru suffer, and how they are going to do it is to take away his precious baby. Just as Gru is about to take Margot to school, he sees their new neighbor and goes to introduce himself. But his awkwardness ruins the moment and he ends up embarrassing himself and his daughter. He takes Margot to her new school and tells her not to be sad because she's intelligent and funny, so they are all going to love her here. While the minions trains at the anti-villain headquarters, Silas gathers them together. He was once retired from the anti-villain agency, but they got him back to take down Maxime. He tells the minions that he needs volunteers among them. The most fearless, the strongest, and the best among them is what he needs. 5 minions volunteer themselves for this, and he decided to use them to test their first invented super machine designed to transform them into elite agents with far more abilities and powers than a mortal man. The machine gives them superpowers, transforming them into mega minions. They each have unique abilities like stretching, super strength, flight, laser vision, and rock powers. Lucy drops Edith and Agnes in a karate dojo with an instructor who is so harsh to his students. Since Edith and Agnes are new students in his dojo, he tells them to say their name to the class, but Agnes could not because she doesn't want to lie with the fake name Gru told her to use. The sensei tells her to go sit at the corner of reflection and disgrace and think about the person she wants to be. Edith doesn't like the instructor's harsh treatment on her little sister and retaliates by stomping on the instructor's toe and breaking it, leading to the other students cheering her on. Lucy begins her new job as a hairstylist in an affluent neighborhood. She comes across her first client, a lady called Melora, who wants Lucy to dye her hair pink. Lucy is nervous and accidentally mixes unknown chemicals that cause Melora's hair to burn off. Out of fear in what she did, she also causes a fire in the shop, but this gives her a chance to run away. On the other hand, Maxime unveils his new invention, which is a gigantic robot cockroach, and launches it into the city. Gru picks up Margot from school, but it appears she was being bullied on her first day. Someone placed a glitter bomb in her locker. Later that night, when Gru goes to throw out the trash, he is greeted by his neighbor's child called Poppy. Gru is shocked on how she knows his real name, and she reveals to know him very well as she found out from a site they used to formerly be a master villain. Poppy tells him that she is an aspiring villain and threatens him to help her pull up a heist tomorrow, or she is going to expose his real identity. Gru had no choice but to agree to this for the sake of his family. At the anti-villain headquarters, the Mega Minions accidentally begins to cause chaos everywhere as they totally have no control over their powers. While Valentina flies Maxine's gigantic cockroach, we get to find out how Maxine's hatred for Gru once began. It all started when Gru and Maxine were teenagers. Maxine was about to sing a song called Karma Chameleon for the talent show, but to his disappointment, Gru sang it first and got all the attention. Now, he plans to make Gru pay for everything just by kidnapping his baby. Lucy takes the girls for shopping, but she gets scared and hides after seeing Melora, the woman Lucy damaged her hair. While she quickly tries to take the girls out, an accident occurs, leading to Melora spotting her. Melora chases Lucy out of anger, but she manages to escape. Meanwhile, Gru brings his baby and two minions to meet Poppy in her treehouse, where they are going to discuss about the heist. Poppy tells him that she wants him to help her steal a honey badger called Mascot from the Lycée school, and in exchange, she will not mention anything about his identity to anyone. On the other hand, Silas gives the Mega Minions their first mission, which is to help out any citizen in danger. A cleaner calls for help as he is holding onto a rope for his dear life, but the Mega Minion, who misunderstands the whole situation, takes the brush from the cleaner and helps him clean, leaving the man in danger. One tries to save a cat, but out of control, his lasers ends up destroying the whole place and burning a woman's hair. Calvin tries to stop a train out of control, but ends up putting the people inside the train into a more bigger danger by throwing the train inside a building window. They walk down the road in slow motion, feeling themselves as they thought they just did a heroic job, but the reactions of the citizens tells them otherwise. They chase the minions in anger, but Silas shows up with his van and helps them escape. He tells the Mega Minions that his experiment has failed on them, so due to this, he is officially going to retire them. Meanwhile, Gru and Poppy arrives at the school with a flying balloon. The minions leave Gru's bag full of necessary tools in their hot air balloon, but Gru improvises with the stuff in Junior's baby bag. As they got inside the school, they firstly blocked the security cameras with the baby's pampers, and after opening the principal's office with a pin, Gru was able to use the baby powder to detect a potential danger right in front of them. His baby Junior enters the office, and when he thought something will go wrong, Junior deactivates the lasers to his surprise. They finally found the honey badger, and just as Gru plans to tranquilize it, it turns out Junior has opened the honey badger cage. The honey badger attacks them, causing Gru to tranquilize himself. During the commotion, Poppy accidentally presses a button that wakes the principal from her sleep, alerting her on intruders in her office. Junior surprisingly calmed the badger down, and as they all proceed to leave, the principal shows up. She chases after them, but it ends when Gru shoots a toothpaste in her eyes, leading to her getting a serious accident. Gru manages to escape, and Poppy admits to him that this was the greatest night of her life. She thanks him for helping her, and promises not to tell anyone his secret. Unfortunately, the principal contacts Maxime on the phone and informs him on where to find Gru since she placed a tracker on a honey badger. Gru and Lucy later join their neighbors Perry and his wife Patsy on a country club to participate in tennis with them, while the girls are left at home with Junior. Principal Ubelschlecht appears at Gru's house and asks his girls about Gru. Margot immediately sends a message to Gru about a strange old woman at their house. Swiftly, Gru informs his wife the danger their kids are into, and while they run back to the house, she quickly sends the message to the headquarters. After Silas sees the message, he immediately calls off the retirement of the Mega Minions and sends them over. When Gru and Lucy arrives at the house, Principal Ubelschlecht attacks them demanding for her honey badger. The family fights her and Lucy manages to briefly disable the wheelchair. During their distraction in the fight, Maxine and Valentina arrive at their home in time and kidnap Junior. Gru notices this and tries to save his son, but it's too late as Maxime already took off with his baby. Fortunately, Poppy shows up with a flying vehicle and gives Gru a ride to go rescue his baby. She drops him on Maxine's cockroach ship and takes off. Gru blocks the windshield of the ship, leading to it crashing. Maxime shows Gru his baby, but he has now turned into a human cockroach hybrid to turn against Gru. While trying to kill Gru with his roach ship, Valentina falls through the roof of the building due to the ship's weight. Maxime tries to use Junior to finally finish Gru, but his inner love for his father kicks in and overpowers his roach self, allowing Junior to help Gru defeat Maxime. Maxime falls to the ground after he hits a lot of things on the way down, and the Mega Minions arrive with their tamed animals to help out. Lucy and the girls reunites with Gru and the baby. To Gru's happiness, the baby for the first time calls Gru Dada. Gru also thanks Poppy for her help. The family went back home, with Dr. Nefario turning Junior back to normal, and Gru puts a smile on Agnes' face by reuniting her with her goat Lucky. Gru tells Lucy he will be right back as he still has one more thing to take care of. He goes to the anti-villain headquarters and admits to Maxime that he intentionally stole his victory at the talent show, but he is there to make it up for him. Gru and Maxime then put on a performance of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which is watched by all the previous villains: Vector, Mr. Perkins, El Macho, Scarlet, Herb Overkill, Balthazar Brat, Bell Bottom, Nunchucked, Jean-Claude, Svengeance, and Stronghold, who join in a dance. We see Gru having a happy moment with his family and minions, and that was how the movie ended. Thank you for watching, guys. If you love animation movies, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Bye.